Good morning, friends. All right, another video here for today. Right now, I'm in the baby lab, about to get some food going here for the girls. Look at that. Fill up the bottles, put them in the heater. Yes, sir. That's what this is all about. Every day, serious stuff. But yeah, I want to make this video here and pretty much talk about negativity and language learning. How negativity can really hinder the process. Now, I want to make this video particularly for those who don't have experience learning, or I should say, for those who don't have experience eventually becoming at least conversational in a foreign language. These are for those people, basically beginners, okay? I was really inspired to make this video by someone I had a conversation with last night regarding this issue. And this person was a bit frustrated. Because just starting off with a language, and he's feeling frustrated because he doesn't feel that he's making a whole lot of progress, and he can't see himself speaking this language that he wants to learn. Now, the language is Japanese, okay? So basically, he was saying that he just, he's looking around on the internet for different methods to find the magic key, the magic potion to make him speak right away, okay? And we talked for like a whole hour. I consider it a little spiritual talk, try to give him some encouragement and just break it down to him how this is when it comes to learning a foreign language. So I know there are many people out there like him. A lot of you are struggling. You just started off learning a language and you want to be able to speak right away. So you're searching for all these different methods. Give me just a second. You're searching for all these different methods, trying to find the magic key and the magic potion that's going to help you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but there is really no magic potion or key or secret when it comes to learning a foreign language. Now, I know a lot of you see many videos on YouTube of a lot of the language learners. They make videos and they're speaking in a foreign language. We have a lot of those people doing this on YouTube, so many of you probably will get discouraged and feel that you don't have that capacity. You don't have the capacity to achieve what they have achieved, So this is what makes you try to, find a magic key, a magic potion to get you started speaking the language. So you have to take in consideration that your experience. You don't have experience, okay? You don't have experience learning a language, so it's going to be kind of hard to look back at something. For example, when I learned several languages, okay? And once I got one of those languages, once I got to at least a conversational level and I started on another one, I could look back and say, you know what? I could see myself speaking this language because I did it before. I've already done this. I just have to start over. I'm starting all over again. I just got to put the time in, but it's going to eventually come. But for you guys, you don't have that, so it's kind of hard to look back at something and actually believe that you can achieve that. So I know that it's difficult, but you have to try to picture yourself or see yourself in the future speaking a language. See yourself speaking that language. Whatever language it is, see yourself. You say, okay, I can see myself speaking this. I just have to put the time in. That day will come. Basically, you're staying optimistic. You have to stay optimistic during this process and eliminate all negativity, because I'm a strong believer in this negativity, the negative energy, and it can have a big impact on your process, a very, very big impact on it, and what it's going to do is make you give up. You're not going to want to continue learning the language because of that negativity. So when you're starting on a language, you have to consider that. You have to take consideration that you're not a very experienced language learner, and it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time, okay? But if you're motivated and you really want to learn a language, if you're having and you have fun with the language when you start, that time will go by quick. But you have to stay away from the negative. You have to stay away from negativity. Surround yourself with people who are positive, people who will encourage you. Stay away from the people who are just on negative stuff. You know, you don't want to be around that stuff. You don't want to have any type of negative thoughts during this process, or it's going to really affect it. So there is no magic key, okay? And you got to just put the time in. No matter, even it doesn't matter how high your IQ is, or even how much experience you have learning a language. Sure, when you learn a few languages, the process is going to get easier, but you still have to sit down and put the work in. You still have to you still have to go through that process. Anybody will tell you that, you know. But the thing about learning your first few languages, the reason why it's going to the reason why it's going to be how can I say, it's going to take time, but the process is not going to be stressful. Because you have the experience, you went through it already. You already know what to do. You already know what's going on, so you're not gonna really worry too much and have negative thoughts that this is not going to happen. I cannot see myself speaking this language. So everyone is the same in that respect. Everyone has to start from somewhere and struggle. Start at the bottom of the hill and work their way up. Once you get to the top of the hill, you start feeling comfortable. Then you start feeling good about yourself because you've achieved something. And when you go on to another language, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to believe that you can learn that language. If you don't have any belief, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're not going to learn the language. Because why? Because it's negativity. It's negative thoughts. You want to get rid of that stuff. So, like I said, I was inspired to make this video just to put this energy out there for those of you who are having this problem. And there are a lot of people who are just now starting to learn a language, and they only like a couple weeks or a month in, and they feeling that they're not making any progress. You're gonna need more time than that. It's gonna take some time, especially considering what language it is. If it's a language like Japanese, Korean, Russian or whatever, you're going to have to give it at least 6 months. At least. You're going to have to give it at least 6 months until you really start feeling that you're making progress, unless you're putting in hours. And I know people don't have the drive to study a language for more than 10 hours a day. If you study for more than 10 hours a day, then you're going to start feeling that comfortability a little bit earlier. But I would say at least 6 months you're going to need. If you're like a native speaker of English, learning those languages, Japanese, Chinese, you're going to need about 6 months until you really start feeling comfortable, okay? And this is just doing a few hours a day, all right? So, and this, again, that's just for people who are just starting the language. If you're experienced, then it may be different because you have, like I said, you have experience, so it's not the same. But for those of you who are just beginning on the language and you don't believe that this process, you don't believe that you're going to get through this process, then just remember what I said in this video. I was just like you at the beginning. I had to start from somewhere, and I had to put the time in, and work my way up there. And I feel very confident now to learn any language. Doesn't matter what language it is. Why? Because I have the experience. I can see myself speaking any language. I just have to put the time in. That's all. So that's it for this video. Thanks for viewing. If you have any questions about anything, feel free, leave it down below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys here shortly. It's party time. What was that? What were your words? Are you trying to talk here? Huh? Did you want something to say before we sign off? They ready to eat, ready to party. Alright guys, that's it.